Hey everybody. Give it a minute or two. Let me get on my iPad and all that good stuff. Oh no. I just hadn't updated my Wi-Fi apparently. Or my iPad. Not my Wi-Fi. Hopefully this will start and I can actually see you guys' comments on it. Otherwise, I'm a little bit in trouble here. Let's see. If you guys are commenting, I can't see at the moment, unfortunately. This is great. Continue. Well, this just might be not happening tonight. I'll continue to hopefully be able to, hopefully I can see if you comment. I don't know. I don't really know. It's like not letting me set up my Wi-Fi. Awesome. Great. Just gonna try to restart my iPad. Really winning here tonight. All right, anyway, while I try to pull that up, I might not be able to see your comments, unfortunately. I have not really been planning in my planner, as you can see. It's very busy. I am actually busy, but I haven't done a great job of keeping up on it, apparently. If you're just tuning in, I am having a little bit of trouble with my iPad at the moment, so I can't see any comments, which is great. I usually have a game plan of what I want to do. I do not have that tonight. I do want to do my May book calendar page, book journal page. So hopefully we can get that done. I had to do this really quick last night. Let's see, continue, use Wi-Fi. Where's mine? Continue. So what I would like to do is do at least next week in my bullet journal. Maybe also get a couple weeks done in my, oh, I won't be able to do that one. Okay, so not do that. We won't be doing that. But at least get my May calendar done, maybe. Oh, there we go. Okay, let me pull up, actually pull it up now that I can see it. So we'll start with doing a layout in my bullet journal, maybe two if we have a lot of time. All right, there we go. Hi, Nikki. I just saw you commented. Not sure how long ago you commented. Okay, but I can actually see now, so that's great. All right. So if you haven't been here before, when I did a layout in my planner, before I start the year, will go back and like pencil in each week. So I kind of know what weeks are what when I'm planning. And I think my theme this month is just gonna be flowers. So I'm gonna pick out like a floral pattern. I don't really know what I want to do this next week. I'm trying to think what everybody else is going to go wild. I'm gonna be home by myself. So like a sad flower. I think something bright and fun. Ooh. I'm trying to think if I want to go a little crazy here. Not really. I just don't feel like I'm in the mood for that. Yeah, why not? Let's do this one. This one actually looks really good if you do like an undercolor and then do the flowers in black. I just don't know that I want to do that. Let's see. I think we'll just leave it simple and do a nice, some pretty colors. Actually, you know what? No, let's do it. Screw it. I'm going to put my, anti-stencils down. Give them a quick little clean off. Now, what I will do for this one is, so my game plan is to do a colored background, and I think I'm going to try to like, not tie-dye it, like rainbow it. Let me see if I have an example from last year. This is not that year, but I might have one in here. Basically, the concept is to put a color down and then to do the pattern on top of it, like in a contrasting pattern. So the thought here is, oh, I know I have one in here. I'm trying to find one to show you guys. The thought here is to do, and I don't know that I'll use this color palette. I think I might just stick with like more of like a pastel and then maybe do like a dark blue over it. No, I don't like that. I don't know. I'm just trying to think what I think will look good. This is just too bright, I think, for what I want. I kind of want this month to be like very florally and pastel-y. Let's see if there's a different... something else I want to do instead. Kind of down for just like the roses, honestly. I feel like everybody's gonna be gone having a great time, so I want something fun. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's do it. We'll do it in this color palette. We'll go all out. Who cares, right? Okay, so ink that I usually use is picked raspberry. I always say picked, I don't know why. And all I really do for this is kind of, I define like an area for each color. And I'll start with it being soft just so I can kind of see like what area I'm kind of aiming for. And then I will take my brush and just add some color in here. I go with a little bit different of a rainbow color here because usually I go to carved pumpkin, but I'm thinking of trying it, trying to be a little different. I don't know. I haven't decided. So I'm going to keep this color out because once I get my orange in here, I'm going to actually go in and blend some of the pink into the orange. Let's try it with the, like I said, I usually use carved pumpkin for like my orange for my bright rainbow, but I'm going to go with the dried marigold and see if that tampers a little bit of the like neonness out of it. So I am going to go into the pink a little bit. And then also kind of come a little further out this way. And then I'll take my paintbrush and just kind of very lightly, softly blend this. And you can kind of keep going back and forth until you get a blend that you think is nice. And then we will take a yellow, and usually I use squeezed lemonade. I'm trying to think of like a different color I can use that's like a little softer. I will say I don't think there's a really good soft yellow in the Tim Holtz collection, so let's just go in with that squeezed lemonade. And once again, I'll go a little bit into the orange. And then I like to kind of just draw a line here so I know what my aim is for this side. I think I'm second guessing this specific stencil. I might go with more of like a tropical-y stencil. I think it'll be a better vibe for this color palette. I'm just not in love with the like black on that. And the thing is, I think I've done that same one before. I just, for some reason, doesn't sound good today. And again, I can take my orange brush and kind of go back and forth to give it kind of that ombre look. How's everybody doing tonight? Now, again, I usually do Twisted Citron is usually my like bright green. I'm trying to think if I go with like a old paper, if it'll give it. No, I think I'm just gonna go brights. Screw it. I'm gonna go with my bright color palette, and then I think I might, like I said, switch up the stencil. Thank you. I'm like second guessing them so much. Also, hey Katie, how are you doing? It looks like, I like these colors, but like for a floral, like, I don't know. I'm just not loving it with this stencil right now. So I think I might actually switch it up and do like a couple of big like hibiscuses or something like tropical-y, if that makes sense. This ink pad is really, really dry. Just saying, like, all of my like local, not all of them, but a good chunk of my local friends are all going to go wild next week, and I'm like FOMOing so hard. So I need something bright and fun. I do get to go meet my favorite author this weekend, though. I'm really excited. And I kind of splurged on more books today. It's overall not a bad day. This pad is like super dry. I really need to give it a good bit of ink. It would be so cool to go wild. It was just so wildly expensive. I did see, however, that they put out like the speaker applications or like workshop applications for CPC, so I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna try. Hopefully I can get it this year. The blue I use, I think I'm gonna go with more of a little bit of the teal, so I'm gonna use the peacock feathers instead of the like blue, which is like salty ocean that I usually use. Yeah, I'm super excited. I just ordered my favorite series, which is Beartown. I have a paperback like that I've had, but I want a hardcover, but like the other two books, I can't find them in hardcovers anywhere. So now I'm like, so I ordered a hardcover of that one, and then I ordered the other two books in paperback. So now I have to decide like if I want to bring, and I don't even know if he's signing extra books at all, which would be really sad because like all I want is a signed copy of Beartown. Oh my gosh. And you're like, you like know and like hockey, so I feel like you're gonna love that book. It's definitely more serious though, like it's not like rom-com-y or anything. But it is like a very good, he's so good with characters, like, and even his new book has, the characters are what make it. But he has a lot of like social commentary, and it's about like a town where something happens. I don't really know how much of it is like widely known, so I don't want to like ruin it, but something happens in this small town between the star of their hockey team and the hockey general manager's daughter. And it's about the fallout of it, and like, this is a small little town that has struggled and struggled for years and is finally like back to glory. And it's like on the eve of the national championship hockey game that will like bring their town a great amount of like notoriety and business and all this stuff. And they're like teenagers. So, but like all of the side characters, the town, all the characters in the town really come alive. It's a 3-book series, but like, I think Beartown can stand by itself too, but it's so good. And it's set in Sweden, so it's like very much like, if you're a hockey person, like all the little hockey things really like they get you. But at the same time, it's like, it's so specific to hockey, but it's also so universal that like it could be rewritten in Texas with football, or in Indiana with basketball, or in Japan with, well, I don't really know the culture of Japan, but like, it's very a universal like story, and it's all about like, it gets into like who you believe and like how you act when like you're proven wrong, and like how you can dig your heels in more. And it's just like, all 3 books are so beautiful, and like there's so many good characters in it. Like, oh, the last book was heart wrenching. Like, it was so good, but it was so sad. And like, it was just I can't recommend it enough. It's my favorite book. Like, it's just like that book that like, and the audiobook is really good too. And the same person that does the audiobook for all 3 of them did the book for the new one, My Friends, which is also really good. I've read an arc, so like, it's already good, but it's not, I mean, I just don't think anything will ever be Beartown for me though, so, but it's so good. Oh yeah, it's so, and like, there's so many little quotes, and like, I think also like, in the climate of today, like, a lot of this stuff is very like a universal, like, I don't know, it's just really good. I can't recommend it enough. I recommend that book to everybody for a reason, because it is like absolutely my favorite. I'm thinking, like I said, I'm gonna go with like more of a tropical feel. Oh, maybe like these 2. It's so good. It's 100% like so good. I also just ran out of pages or books in my bookshelf in my Bookworm Life. So that's the other thing that if I have time today, I wouldn't mind doing. Plus I also just kind of want to get off early so I can have some time to work on some orders, and I don't know. That might be a long stretch, but has your guys' weather been like totally crappy there? Because ours has been like rainy and chilly and gray for like several days. And it's making me so blah and tired. And like, I don't want to do anything. Like, coming home to work on orders, like, the last 2 days has just been like, ugh. I caught up on mine Sunday night because I came home and it was so gross, and like, we had a family dinner, and I think I got home at like 8, and I was like, I just can't do worse. Like, I just need to like sit here and do nothing and like chill for a little bit, which I did. 4 weeks of soccer. Oh, Jesus. That stinks. It's been so bad here too. I mean, it's been probably the same, let's be honest. It's been bad. I'm just sick of it. I hope it's like better this weekend. I just want some sun. Not even the sun. I just want it to be like, I don't even have to have it be hot. Like, I just want it to be not raining and like a decent temperature so I can like leave the windows open when I sleep. It's so hard to be motivated when it's gross out, 100%. So anyway, so I was like, okay, if I don't do that, like, I have to do something that's like semi-productive. So I sat in bed and was listening to a book and working my thing. Question for your stencil gurus: how do you distress oxide ink do on Tama River paper? So I can show you in a second. The one that I've done, it doesn't bleed because it really like sits on top of the paper, so it's not going to bleed. However, I mean, I think it doesn't like pretty much everything ghost in it, because like I feel like even pens I use in the one that I have that has Tomo River paper ghost. So it does kind of ghost. And I'm sure like the darker and the more ink you use, the more it'll be. Let me see if, so this is one of Lauren Phelps' designs, and it has the Tomo River paper. So I thought it was this one that I did some, oh yeah, here it is. Okay, so I did like a light pink, right? And like, as you can see, well, actually really like, I don't know if you can see, but like, you can definitely see the colors through there, right? There's ghosting, but I feel like it's like everything ghosts, like, because even my pen like ghosts, which I couldn't do. This is why I don't like Tomo River paper. I love the feel of it. It's pretty, but like, even, like I said, even the pen that I always use ghosts. So yeah, so it's not going to bleed. You're going to be fine with that. It's going to sit on top, but especially depending on the colors you use, there's going to be some level of ghosting. Yeah, no, it's not like a terrible, even the black is not like super, super bad. Like I said, the pen is more obnoxious to me than the colors, but it does ghost a little bit, / bleed. Oh, it doesn't bleed, sorry. It doesn't bleed, but it does ghost a little bit. But like I said, like and again, like Tomo River paper is not my thing. I've never really been like super into it. So I don't know, like, what do people use that doesn't ghost? I like the feel of it, but also like I like the chunky, like fun, like feel of paper. Like, I don't know. I don't really get, it's not my jam, right? Like, I'm not the customer for that. It's cool. Like, it feels really nice. And I mean, I'm not going to throw a nice notebook away, right? Like, I don't get the like Hobonichi hype. I just don't. But also, like, I feel like I'm just kind of I like what I like. Like, I'll try a lot of stuff, but yeah. So that's how it does on paper, on the Hobo paper, or the Tomo River paper, which I think is what they use in Hobonichi, I believe. I just, like I said, I'm just not that audience. I don't care how it how thin it is. I like a little thick. I like a little bit of like, I don't know, like I love a big chunky planner. You know what I mean? Like I like a little meat, a little meat on the bones. I'm the worst. See, like I love my, I think I'm just such a bullet journal girl. Like, I like when they get all fat and chunky and are like it just feels lived into me. You know what I mean? So I don't really know. Although, is tomograph paper good for fountain pens? Is that why everybody likes it a lot? Maybe that's why. Because that would make sense. Like, if there's like a specific purpose, I would get it. I just don't. I don't know. It's just not my thing. That being said, that's what it looks like on tomograph paper. To answer that question without like shooting down everybody's. I don't know. This is why I don't. I mean, I like trends, right? Like, I like trends in the planner world. Yeah, I'm intentionally not a huge pen person because I know as soon as I start getting into them, like, I would be spending way too much money on them. So, like, I've intentionally kind of tried to stay out of that. But I also I like my little Sharpie felt tip pen. I'm always going to buy, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not like a super picky pen person in general. So like, I don't know. Fountain pens are cool. Like, I love the look of them. Like, some of them are so pretty. Like, I've got a few friends that are super into it. I know there was just a big pen show in Chicago that was like a ton of people that I know went. Or not a ton, but a decent amount of people I know went. It's just not, I don't know, it's just not my jam. I want to be into it, but I don't want to pay for it. I don't want to pay the price of being into it. But it makes sense if they're her fountain pens. Hey, Cynthia. How are you doing? How was your Tuesday? Anybody get new books today? Pilot Friction Erasables? No, see, the only thing I don't, like, I love the concept of the erasables. But, and I don't know where you live, but isn't that the one that, like, if you put it in the heat, it disappears? Because that, to me, would just drive me nuts. Thank you. Also, hi, Jennifer. I was going to do it with a different stencil. I had originally, my, like, May kind of theme is going to be florals. And, like, I was just envisioning, like, something, like, cutesy and pastel-y and whatever. But then I was like, I kind of want to do the rainbow background, but that's definitely not pastel. And then I, you know, want to put, like, I like the black on it. Like, the look of the black on it is really, I don't know, kind of the point of it. So, I switched it up, and we're going to do tropicals instead. Did anybody, it was a big book release today. Did anybody get any new books? I got too many. Well, not too many. I got, It Can Fade a Bit. Okay. Okay, South Dakota. Okay. Yeah, so I've seen people that, like, I mean, I live in Michigan, so, like, not too bad, right? But, like, I've seen where people, like, will put their planners in a hot car, which sometimes I do. I leave my planner in the car. Granted, I don't like to even be out in the open when it's hot like that, but I just don't want it to be, like, my entire life erases because I left it in the car. You know what I mean? That's what scares me with those. Although I also have heard that, like, you can also just put it right back in, like, a freezer and it'll come back, which is wild. So colors-wise, I used Picked Raspberry for the pink. I typically use the carved pumpkin for the orange, but I did dried marigold this time instead. Oh, I mean, I would cry too. That's why I like having the erasable pens make me nervous. Especially for like something like this that I do a lot of work in. Like if it was just like a planner I jotted down shit, it wouldn't be as devastating to me, I don't think. Anyway, so the orange is the dried marigold. The yellow is squeezed lemonade. The green is twisted citron. The blue is, I usually do the salty ocean for like a blue, but since I wanted it to be more like tropical vibe, I guess. Thank you. Have a good night, Nikki. And no problem, like seriously, anytime you have questions, let me know. So the blue, I did peacock feather because I wanted it to be a little more teal than like blue. And then the purple is wilted violet. Yeah, they actually look really good. I'm glad I did this. This is the blue I usually use. So that's like with my normal colors in my rainbow. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but this is definitely more teal. And this is just a little more like sunsetty orange than like pumpkin orange, which I like that. I'm glad I used that one instead. Okay. So next thing to do is just get the outline of this. And pull this up. Let's see, I can't read any books until you're through with, yeah, for sure. I got, let's see, what did I get today? Well, I ordered the ebook of my friends, so I got that delivered. Or not the ebook, I'm sorry, the audiobook. I'll be getting a physical copy this weekend, which I'm super excited about. And then, I got that one that everybody's talking about. I hadn't even heard about it, honestly, and then everybody started talking about it. It's got pretty, like, really pretty stenciled, like, flowers and stuff. Some, like, big new romantasy book. I was influenced by the stencil edges, so I went and got it. And then I got a couple other books that weren't released today. I'm trying to think. Oh, I did get the new special edition of the, oh, what's the octopus one? I don't know. I haven't read it yet. And then, let's see. Oh, I got the special edition of Summer Broken Rules, something like that. The one I was talking about the last live. I got that too. I'm in like a really bad like habit right now. I have been buying books like crazy. Like I need to stop so bad until I catch up on reading some of them. I've just been like in a, I'll just buy it. I'm also like a little scared. Are we any of us scared to like, does anyone feel the need to like have paper copies of things right now? Like I feel the need to have like of the media, especially the stuff that I really love, to have a physical copy of it, which is like scaring me because like I'm an audiobook girl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just the whole like not being able to download books from your Kindle anymore, not being able to this. Like I actually had an audiobook. I had 3 in the same series. It's like a 7 or 8 book series that I love re-listening to. the first 3, all of a sudden, like, I don't have any more. And I'm like, what just happened? And I'm a little upset about it. And when I go to, like, where I purchased it, it says, like, oh, they're no longer available, but they're in the App Store. And I don't understand, and I'm a little upset about it. And I really wanted to go back and reread the series recently. And, yeah, I just can't get into it. So, like, I have to rebuy all those, and I'm a little upset about that. 5, okay. I'm just gonna write those. So yeah, I definitely want, like, so that, like, coupled with just kind of the state of the world and how many people are, like, trying to ban all these different books and, like, trying to make it so, like, sex scenes, make it, like, illegal to have the book or whatever. I'm like, I need physical, not ebook. Yeah, Katie, I have to. I really just need to call, but I'm not a call and take care of it type person. I'm gonna leave it till the absolute last minute and then probably just buy it myself again kind of person. What I need to do is have my friend do it for me, because she says she'll, like, call all the time and get better deals for Audible, and I'm just like, no, I'll just pay my money. All right, so there is that layout. I do love the colors. They turned out super pretty. Definitely a little bit, I guess not really a departure from the colors, but okay, so there is that one. Now, I was thinking I wanted to do, like, the next 2 weeks in my Bookworm Life Planner. However, I'm not completely done with the stencils for the readathon. I was hoping to get them out last weekend, but as you heard, I was having a lazy weekend. There are some stars, though. I could just use some stars, but I don't know. I really wanted to have that. So my thoughts is to hopefully try to get them ready to have out this coming week, Monday-ish. And then I can show you guys and plan that next week, hopefully. But I'm obsessed with the readathon kit. I actually have to write down the weeks the readathon even is. I can't remember. Let me look at a calendar. So, 1, 2. Oh, maybe it's not. Does the readathon start on Memorial Day? Do any of you guys remember? Because if it starts on Memorial Day, I think I actually have an extra week. Now I'm going to go to Monica's group. Let me look this up really quick. Let's see. Supernova Rhythm, May 26th. Oh, okay, cool. So actually, I could do that week. Because, let's see. So the 11th, then it would be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18th, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh, I can do that week. Cool. Awesome. That works perfectly then. So we will probably do these 2 weeks and then my May. Perfect. So I can do, and then next week on my live, hopefully I will have stencils done and I can show you guys and we can do the readathon kit. that's gonna be the game plan. Is to hopefully do readathon kit next Tuesday, barring any reason that I'm not online. I just looked it up, Katie. It starts Memorial Day, which is perfect because now I can do this. Because I was like, I want to have that done. So anyway, I updated my book planner for Sunday night. And other than I haven't put like my pictures in for my events or whatever, I am now officially, I was like 13 or 14 back from behind on reading like a quote unquote a book a day. And I'm almost caught up. I'll tell you how in a minute, but I'm like 3 behind now, I think. So anyway, I am now at my limit of books in my bookshelf. So that's my other project tonight, if I have time. I updated all this. I did do this really quick. I had already done this, but I planned it. So page. I haven't done the end of the month stuff recently, but you know what? Like, I feel like that's small potatoes to everything else. So I did do this layout really quick. I added stickers. My biggest problem is that I read so many books yesterday, like I think I finished 6, that I just didn't have the physical space for the stickers, so I just wrote them all in there. Now, granted, like, most of them are novellas. Like, I just reread the Summer I Turned Pretty series, and those on audiobooks at 2x are like 3 hours. So between Sunday and Monday, I read all 3 of those books, and then because I'm going to see Bachman this week, I wanted to try to get through his whole backlist. I don't know that that'll happen because there's a couple books I'm just kind of like, I like, but I just don't know if I'm in the mood to read them. Because I pushed through one of them today and it was hard. So the other 2 I'm kind of like, I don't know. However, he has like 4 novellas that are all, like, I think one of them was like 35 minutes and one was like 45 minutes. So like, I mean, I still listened all day, but so yesterday I finished It's Not Summer Without You, We'll Always Have Summer, Every Morning the Way Home Gets a Little Longer, which is a novella by Bachman, Things My Son Needs to Know About the World, which is also a novella by Bachman, The Answer Is No, which is a novella by Bachman, and The Deal of a Lifetime, which is a novella by Bachman. So 4 of them were novellas, and the other 2 were YA shorter books, so not a ton. And then I started A Man Called Uva and finished that today, and then I finished Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and then started the new Bachman book, which I've already read, but loved it, so I wanted to read it again. I'm not super far into that. So, and because of this, like, I'm not listening for these couple hours, so a little bit of a backslide, but I think I should technically be at 126 books today. Let me add it up. I've been adding it up each day. Where's my calculator? What the heck? Where is the calculator now? Oh my goodness. That is not, that's notes. My iPad updated. So now I'm like, where is everything? 31 plus 28 plus 31 in March plus 30 in April plus 6 today. Yeah, so I should have 126 books and I have 123. I don't know that I'm going to keep doing this, but like, part of me is like, you got to. It's a challenge. We'll see. I don't want to make it too, like, feeling like I have to read. You know what I mean? Uh-oh. Am I still here? Or is this not the... Oh, that's the wrong night of my live. I gotta find my actual live on here. There we go. That's not it. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, it is a lot of books. It's probably too many, to be honest. And then Saturday I'll be in the car for a while in that event, so I don't know that I'll finish one then. So, I don't know. I haven't decided. Maybe I'll throw in a lot of, like, 2-parters or something. Fly through a couple series. I wanted to fly through the ACOTAR series, but... Or not ACOTAR, I'm sorry. Throne of Glass. But that's the one that the first 3 books I don't have anymore, apparently. Which I'm really upset about. Anyway. What was I going to do? May. So I have to do my May calendar. So I'm going to do just a floral theme, I think. Something simple. I actually could totally use that for the readathon. That'll be a good one. Or this one. Or that one. I could really do any of those. Ooh, let's do these ones. I like this. Let's see how I want to do this. What color do I want to do this? So I'm going to do it blue. I feel like Uncharted Mariner would just be really pretty to just do it all in that nice blue. Let's do it. Because this feels both like summery, like Mediterranean Isle type, and also like floral for Mother's Day, and it's a good gateway into summer if I ever get to experience summer this year, because our weather is dumb. It's like a rainy fall day right now. Maybe 60s, but I don't even think we got to that. Like, it's like a dumb fall day here. Okay, and then let's take this one and kind of go up here. My only hesitation with this color is I hope I have numbers to match it. Yeah, I really like this blue color too. I think I have gray, so like worst comes to worst, I can use that, I believe. But I feel like a bright pink would be really pretty, like to contrast it, you know what I mean? I think the teal is a little not right. Like it just doesn't complement it very well. I kind of want to erase this corner though. I didn't actually want that on here. I should have washi it. Does anybody have any other like stenciling questions? I know I see a couple of new names in here, or newer, so if you have questions, feel free to throw them out there. I'm really just going to be working on this. I saw the weather reported for Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, getting winter weather. Ew, 3 feet of snow? No. No. Okay, I'll take my dreary fall day. The problem isn't even that it's a dreary fall day, because I love me a good dreary fall day. The problem is that I need to get you guys' PVC orders out. And when it's a dreary fall day, all I want to do is lay in bed and read. And especially now that I've got a ton of like awesome physical books I want to read. Like, just let me lay in bed and read. It was hard enough now that like to come up here and be on here. Oh, that's the worst. I guess I won't complain too much about this weather. And honestly, it's not even that it's like a dreary fall day. I just don't like all the rain. having to drive to work in all the rain because people are weird when it rains and can't drive all of a sudden. I would not be okay if I lived in Colorado and got snow or wherever else they're having it. I mean, I know like in the mountains, but like if I lived in like Denver or something, it is May. Am I not doing May? I'm confused. I just had to like double check that I was doing the May calendar. That scared me for a second. You mean like that it snowed and you thought it was like, I know, like I have a friend that I went to high school with that's like a big skier, and she moved out to Colorado and she got married in June, like several years ago, a long time ago, before COVID at least. And it was at the Red Rocks Amphitheater, and and they had like a snow, like it was like snowy. Like I was like, first of all, this is pretty, but second of all, no. That's that like, what's that TikTok song? Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. And that would be me. I'd be like, screw this. I mean, it's a beautiful place to visit. I have no desire to live where it snows that much. See, I don't think I like that together. I don't really want to do rainbow. I would be, yeah, no. It's like I complain about Michigan a lot, but I could live in a lot worse places. Michigan is pretty chill. Oh, I could do lemons. Yeah, but I want to do lemons with, like, lemon things. With my lemon stencils. I don't want to do baseball because I could do the calendars if I have to. Purple I think is too dark. I do a light blue, but I feel like that's, I don't know. I'm not a fan. Not a fan, but not with that. The coral doesn't look terrible. I'm not doing blue and gold. I guess I could just do rainbow. I could do dots. I could do teal. That's not bad. Actually, the blue matches pretty well. I just don't think I want blue. Let's do the teal. The teal gives it a good little contrast. Yeah, I would not be okay. I had to squeeze all my books in for yesterday. And leave space for a number too. I just realized I don't think we're gonna fit the entire month on this calendar either. Shoot. So be looking forward to any book releases this month. I feel like this month there is a ton. There's another Ellie Hazelwood, and of course Bachman's today, and the new Cafe Center, and Carly Fortune's new one came out today. I feel like May is like, this whole year has been bananas, but I feel like May is like extra bananas for book releases. Oh, perfect. This fits perfectly in here. Love that. Cool. Those are good colors to contrast it. Alright, so then lastly, and I'm going to say lastly because if I'm done early, I'm done early. Let's do... I haven't really done cherry blossom on this one. Let's do some pretty flowers. I think instead of doing this side, I think we're going to do this side. Let's make it look cool. How's the weather where you guys are, Cynthia? Is it getting hot yet? Is it nice and beautiful and not rainy and gross? I'm not at all bitter. I just hope this weekend is nicer because we have a 4-hour drive that, not terrible, it's like straight direct on a highway, but I don't want it to be too wet or whatever else. So hopefully it's nicer this weekend. Hi, Lee. Welcome, welcome. 82 degrees today. You're so lucky. I'm so jealous. Actually, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not hating this weather. I just hate how it like makes me just want to like get in bed after work and snuggle all night and not do anything. Seriously, yeah, we've had so much rain. I know down by my condo, they definitely needed it, and I think they've been getting a lot of rain too. But they were in like a serious drought. I mean, I don't even know if the amount of rain they've gotten has been enough to like take them out of it. But and, you know, we kind of actually also needed rain. We hadn't gotten any in a while. But I'm over it. Headed to the beach. Oh, it's going to be all weekend. Oh, that's a bummer. I mean, I'm not going to really like be like outside or anything, but with driving, it's always, I prefer to not have to drive when it's raining and gross and all that. So hopefully it's clears up for all of us. It would be nice. Very nice. I also actually got my PBC order from Caffeine Queens in today, and I ordered, she did a bunch of like 5-book Disney challenges, reading challenges, and I ordered, I'm trying to think who I ordered. Thank you. This is, I love all these big flowers because I think they're so fun to like use in many different ways. Like I've used them as mood trackers, or I've used it as like, you know, big parts of this, or I use it on this, or I make them into a pattern and like kind of start overlapping them, you know what I mean? Like, let's do, I'm trying to think what other colors I want to do on this. Let's see, hang on 1 minute. Got a brush in my mouth. And I hope people do a British accent. I put something in. Oh, I'll brush in my mouth. Yeah, let's see. Yellow. Ooh, like a nice gold one would be pretty. I hate driving in the rain. I actually, when I was in, driving back from Florida one year, I spun out in the rain, like on 75, and that was nasty. The car was totaled and everything. Not my finest moment. But not really anything I could help either, so not like, you know, nothing I can do about it. Yay! I love getting all the goodies. I'm working hard on all yours. Like I said, it was a weekend. It was a slow weekend for me. I needed it, like, to mentally restore. But now I need to work my butt off to get you guys' orders out soon. I'm hoping to have one of two things. Either I would love to get them out this weekend, but it just depends on how fast like fulfillment goes. But if not, I'm hoping to have them out sometime like mid next week. Hopefully. It's so much harder to do filling orders when it's like you work a 9 to 5 and then like come home and you're like, oh, gotta go do that. So yeah, so I'll be working hard on them the next, you know, what color is this? Not the one I was thinking of, but let's do that. Ooh, not, I don't know. Let's just try it. Because I think what I'm going to do is actually, I know you guys are. And you know, wait, no. I'm going to get them out as soon as I can. I'm going to actually use this to kind of mimic that, like, fun patterns in the inside of these dahlias. How do you do the 2-piece stencils? Which ones do you have? Just so I know which ones you're, like, talking about. Because the ones that I have, like, the cutouts of boxes, I just use those as, like, anti-stencils if I'm, like, covering the page. The ones that are, like, 2-piece, like a layering stencil, I can show you, give me a little bit, and I can show you, like, on the cloud. I do too. I really don't use, I get stuck in kind of the, like, not rut, but kind of the whole, like, I use the same colors because I get colors that are my favorite. This was kind of a happy accident. I meant to grab actually like a, more of an orangey, but that actually looks really good in there. I'm going to actually go back and do, kind of put a little of this purple in here so that when I ink it, it'll give us that same effect. I also really like the yellow. But anyway, like I have this whole, I have all 60 whatever colors of the distress ink that Tim Holtz make. Cinderella and the Christmas one, there was Santa in the air. Oh, okay, yeah. So for Cinderella, like the castle one, I'm assuming you mean. For that one, what I like to do is, I actually have a TikTok of that. And I think it's on my reels. I don't know if it's on my reels, but what I like to do for that is that I put the outside of that stencil down, and I will use like I think the one I usually use is this one, pumice stone. All in like that, like light or like a creamy, like a light gray, kind of creamy, whatever color you want like the base of your castle to be, and do that whole inside of it. Then without taking that up, like keeping it washy down, I'll fit that second piece on the inside of it. And, I'll fit the second piece on the inside of it and then washi that down. And then go over that. I actually like to do it with kind of the same concept of I do those like monthly boxes where it gives it that like watercolory look. So I'll pick like 3 or 4 colors, like the year of the was it the 50th anniversary? I did this to kind of mimic those like colors. So when you put the main part of the big part of the stencil down, put it down, and then I do this like tannish, grayish color. And so the entire thing will be that color. Then I'll put that second piece down, washi that down. And I usually washi like on these flags here because that's like the biggest points without blocking something. And then I'll take I'll do kind of the same thing like I said I do in the calendars. Like I'll make spots of pink, spots of blue, spots of purple, and then I'll take like a pink and go back and just kind of blend it all together. I don't know if you can see the whole thing on there. And that is actually kind of the same thing basically that I do. I think I have this is my textbook. Like you'll see pages we've worked on in the past. This is, I just kind of test them with this stuff. And that's the same way I did this Arendelle Castle. I did the outside, that pumice stone is that like tanny gray color. But you can use whatever lighter. I use a lighter color, whatever lighter color you want. Do that and then do kind of the dots. Same thing. Like I said, this is my tester book. So I should have gone through and done it like each page, but I didn't. So now when I find something specific, I have to kind of like flip through here. There's a lot of different random designs in here. This is where I play with things and figure out what works. And actually, now that I think about it, I wonder if I just didn't do that one in here. Here's another one where instead of using that inside of that castle, I did the inside in that gray again. And then I actually put the shattered stencil over it instead of the like details of the castle, and just did a pattern inside the castle. Here it is. Okay, I think this is, if this isn't the Christmas one you're talking about, it's a similar one. It's like a bigger circle that has like this cutout in the bottom and then has like an overlay that same thing. I will put the stencil down and then I'll ink this entire sky blue. And then I'll also use the details of the windows in those houses because those are on the main part of the stencil. Then when I'm done with that, I will put my stencil without taking the bottom one up, fit it in, and then go and do all these details inside it. Does that make sense? And if you wanted, you could also like color this whole page like a light gray or something like that, like before all of that. Let me know if you have any more questions on that. I'm going to keep on with our stencils. I just got all over my hand. But yeah, if you have any more questions about that, let me know. Okay, cool. Yeah, they should be pretty fun to play around with. And like, that's not the only way. If you have a different way you want to use it, do it that way. That'll be fun too. Let me know how it is. Like, you know what I mean? You're totally welcome. Ooh. Let's finish this up. I think this is just going to actually be a shorter live tonight. I might, I actually might put together those bookcases real quick too, though. All right, there is that. Now the only thing I need to do is put the days of the week and anything else I want to add to it. Dates, of course. I'm actually thinking about, is that too bright? And then to kind of damper it, maybe I do that. It's different. I kind of like it. Let's do it. Screw it. We're gonna do it. Also, if you're seeing that I'm like kind of struggling to get these off, a lot of these are mess ups that I snagged from Monica. They're not like her normal stencils that just aren't cut well. I get her mess up boxes a lot. Is anyone doing anything fun for Mother's Day? I am not. My brother's mother-in-law is not doing great, so I think they're going to spend a lot of the day over there. And then I'm going to actually be coming back from Cincy. Oh no. But I'll probably be home by like 1, so like I'll probably do dinner or something with my mom. I don't know. Nothing, no big plans. I asked my mom when I got the ticket to Bachman, I was like, do you want to come to Cincinnati for the weekend with me? Like, that would be fun. Mother-daughter day. Like, I'll just peace out for a couple hours. But she actually has a softball game in Toledo tomorrow, or tomorrow, Saturday. So I'll be coming home from college. Aw, yeah. I want to spend the day with my mom, but I know my nephew will probably have a football game at noon, or I don't even know if it's at noon or what, but he'll probably have a football game at some point, so I'm sure she'll do that. So at least that we'll have that. And then I told her, I was like, I'll come home. Like, we're planning on leaving early, so I'm hoping we leave by, I don't know, depends if we want to sleep in or not. And kind of depends what our plans are, so I was just like, Mom, I'm gonna be gone. Alright. Yeah, I hope your guys' days are good. I'm not a mother, so it doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna go see Frederick. Well, I'm seeing him the day before, so it's not the same thing. We're doing brunch with your parents. There's a lot of stuff going on with the in-laws and a little crabby. Yeah. I mean, that's how my brother normally is with his in-laws, but like I said, his mother-in-law is not doing well. So I'm assuming they're gonna be going over there at some point and spending a decent amount of time there, which I get. My mom's so chill. She doesn't like going out. She doesn't like she doesn't like us cooking. I mean, I'm a good cook. She wouldn't mind, but she's usually like, well, they don't like that, so I'm gonna cook what they like. I'm like, God, Mom. Whatever. If you want to do that, you want to do that. We talked about doing risotto. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to be home the day before. So if you want to make the sauce and the chicken broth, like, I'll cook the rice. Like, no big deal. Okay, I don't know if I love the green, but I figured, like, kind of like leaves. Give a little touch of green to the leaves. So there is the next 2 weeks in my bookworm life. And then, of course, the May calendar we kind of did pretty quickly. And then I also did a week in my bullet journal. Now, I would normally just get off because, like I said, I've got a lot of work to do on your orders. You guys are all amazing, and I'm so appreciative of that. Appreciative. But I do want to... Oh, here's 2. Perfect. Oh, is it 3? I'm gonna do this first. You may have practiced, yeah. Okay. So, what I'm going to try to do on this. This is me being dumb. I'm holding it up to the light right now to make sure I line this up the best I can. I can't remember if this is sticker paper or not, though. It would make it a lot easier if one of these is sticker paper. Is it? Tell me it is. Tell me one of these is sticker paper. I don't think it is, though. I think it's just regular paper that's splitting. Oh, no, it is. Even better. Thank you. I try to do it vaguely, the colors of the book. Obviously, I'm using mild liners, so, you know, it's not exactly the easiest to line up with. Oh, no. I knew I was going to do that. I knew it. Shoot. Whew. That was not the greatest idea. All right. This is so dumb on my part. Ooh, that's way off. Sorry if that noise is like super loud. This will be easier. So what I'm attempting to do is line these up in such a way that I can cut them together and kind of basically tip them into these pages. Let's get my big scissors for this, especially the sticky side. So my goal is to have this so it like opens up like Dutch doors onto the bookshelves. And I wish I would have thought I was going to read this much this year, because I would have definitely done it more artfully than this. Wait, I want that side in for sure. So I'm just going to cut this part out. So essentially what I'm trying to do is get it so like it just opens up. Sorry, this is not stenciling content, by the way. I'm pretty much done with stenciling content for the night. Now we're just working on a book journal. Hey, Dana. We're pretty much done stenciling. I'm just effing around in my book journal now. So basically I want this to sit like right there. So when I open it, it'll open up to like everything. You know what I mean? I've done this before and it looked cool. Woo. I'll try to make this one easier. Cut it as I'm lined up. I'm not even sure that this is sticker paper, to be honest. Yes. I'm pretty sure I had Monica cut these, print these out for me the last time we set up the Bookworm Life together, because I wanted to do this, and then I didn't do it that day and never did it. Ooh, it looks actually pretty good. Yeah, it'll look cool for sure. That was a much better way to do it. Oh no, then I stuck this one to that one. Oh my gosh. I'm a hot mess. Watch where your sticker paper is sticking. Cut the top and the bottom and then even out the sides while I figure out exactly where and how I'm going to lay this out. Let's cut the top off too. Okay. So this is gonna go here, and like I said, I've got to just line this up and cut it correctly. So let me kind of put the line. And then let's cut this side off so that I'll know where I'm going on this one. And the same thing, I'm just going to kind of line them up. And by the way, Monica has these, I think, that you can buy in her shop if you're running out of bookshelf space like I am. Or I just want to do this to look cool. To put like series on here would be cool. To have a lot of pages to do that with would be great. I'm just going to hope this is a straight line, to be honest. I could use a ruler and do that, but I'm too lazy. Okay, and then I'm just going to use my tip and tape. I'm going to use the thicker one this time, though. I've done this before and just used like packing tape or like tape runners. But since we have tip and tape, we might as well use it. I haven't used the bigger one in a while. I'm using the bigger one just because it'll give it a good, hopefully a good like hold on it. You know what I mean? So then, like usual, I just measure the length of this. I'll do the other side. Give her a good roll back up. Okay. And then with this tip and tape, I do like to give it to the light a little bit. Try to keep it as close to the little center line as I can, because that'll give you a good bend. And then to line it up, kind of precise here. And then just give it a good crease in there. And of course I like to bend it back and forth a few times to get it creased pretty well. So there's our first one. The other thing that you could do is kind of cool, like if you know, like, I mean, that's going to be, if there's 123, that would be 246. So if you're going to read under 246 and not use these front shelves, you could also like make this a cool pattern, or I don't know, maybe put like your all-time favorite book series on it, or I don't know, maybe like TBR, or like books you want to get through this year, or I don't know, you could do a bunch of different things. That would all be kind of fun. Again, this is much easier to do and like have a plan for when you're doing it in the beginning of the year, or well, at the end of like this year for next year. However, if I somehow keep on the pace I'm on, or close to it, I actually might need all 3 shelves, or 3 sets of shelves. So hopefully this isn't a wasted effort. The tip and tape is definitely clutch here. I've done this before and had so much fun. Yeah, TBR stack is, my TBR is also wild. Maybe like owned books, that would be cool, and like color them in. So there you go. So now you have 3 times the shelf space. And I just like doing this. It's fun. But yeah, there we go. That's that all set up. Too much enthusiasm. So now I actually have room for new books. Yeah, the only other thing I have to really do to keep updated on this, I need to put my pictures in from a couple of bookish events. I haven't done any more book signings, but I did do Independent Bookstore Day, which deserves a sticker or a picture in here. Hi Trace, we're actually finishing up for the night. I'm gonna get off here so I have a little bit more time than usual to work on some orders. Oh, I can put this in here. May was the 1st, 3rd, 4th, the 5th, yeah. No worries. It'll be up on YouTube maybe tomorrow, if not probably by Thursday. We did this monthly setup in my reading journal. We did the next 2 weeks in my reading journal. And then in my planner, we did a really quick layout of that one. I hope you're feeling better. Yeah. Oh, they do. Migraines are the worst. Anyway, I'm going to get off here so I can do a little bit more work and maybe get to bed at a normal time, or a reasonable time, if not normal. I hope you guys all are feeling better. The weather gets better. I will be back here as usual next Tuesday at 8 p.m. I will definitely be doing another week in my bullet journal, and then probably be planning. Hopefully I'll have the space stencils ready, and I can show you how I'm setting up my reading planner for Monica's Space Readathon. If you're not in her group, Monica is one of my friends that is the shop owner of Peanut Butter Taco. She has a really active and awesome reading group, Let's Peanut Butter Talk About Books. And once a year she does a readathon, which is like a week you kind of focus on reading, and there's prompts for like the books. Like this one's the space themed one, so there's like kind of spacey themed, not like sci-fi space, but like I can't remember what her prompts were, but like one of my suggestions was like, oh, Saturn, a book that there's a like a proposal, you know what I mean? Because like there's a ring on it, you know. Anyway, hers are not as weird as mine, but she is doing a readathon in, I think it starts Memorial Day, so May 26th, and it's space themed. So I've known about it for a while, and I have had stencils designed for a while actually. Before a lot of the PVC stencils were designed, I just have not had time to do all the things that I need to do to get them released. So that's my goal, other than also getting your PVC orders out as soon as I can. I will be doing that. And yeah, so I'm going to hop off here. I'm just giving these a little clean while I'm talking to you guys. But other than that, I will hopefully have those ready to be in the shop. And then from there, especially if I already have your PVC orders done, I will get those out to you like ASAP. So hopefully they can get to you before the readathon if you want to use them in your reading planners. But anyway, if you haven't checked her group out, it's Let's Peanut Butter Talk About Books. She has, oh, here's her readathon kit. I can tell you what the prompts are. If you're looking for stencils like prior to that, there are a couple cute, like there's a bunch of star ones that are just general stars, but there's also like these stars in the clouds and stars with the moon. That would also definitely fit the bill too. So if you don't want to wait, those are in the shop. But yeah, so her prompts are, I'm not going to open this, but just to give you an example, Meteor, 5-star prediction, Galaxy, a space word or celestial body on the cover, Astronaut, an author who is out of this world, narrator of debut book, Asteroid, floating around your TBR, Eclipse, reading your favorite spot, Stargaze, read under the stars, binary star, dual timeline or dual POV, Orbit, share a group with the pic, share a pic with the group. So yeah, I will be doing my TBR, not my TBR planning, but my readathon planning next Tuesday at 8 p.m. And then probably another week in my planner and whatnot. But yeah, so, oh, one more stencil to clean. Just kidding. Thought I was done. You're not rid of me yet. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys, those of you that are mothers, have a great Mother's Day. Your kids are there, not being annoying, being sweet little baby angels. If you're not, I'm sure you have somebody in your life that counts on you and relies on you. I like to think I'm an auntie mother to my little crazy nephews and my little niecey now. I hope you guys all have a great week. Hope I see you next Tuesday. Yeah, if you have any questions, as always, you can post in the group and or on the comments here. This live will be up on YouTube in the next couple days. I'll post about it when it is. Yeah, have a great night, everybody. Bye.